Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
For Jordan, the 92-93 season capped off 7 straight scoring titles and 3 straight NBA championships. Just amazing success. And then he shocked the basketball world by deciding to retire prior to the next season.
They've got Grant. Michael Jordan is out there at B.J. Armstrong. Then it's Cartwright, and it's Pippen in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Bowes. Johnson outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Johnson's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Hornets. And for Michael Jordan, you were talking about that, Steve. When he retired, he said he'd lost his passion for the game. And he'd played a lot of it, certainly. 3 straight finals, plus the Dream Team in summer of '92. I'm sure Clarkie was both physically and mentally exhausted.
Yeah, I think so. And then the other part of the equation for him was he admitted that the tragic passing of his father earlier that year was a pretty significant factor as well. I mean, Jordan decided to pursue a career in baseball for a few years. It had been a dream of his dad's that he'd play in the majors, and I think it was a break that he needed from basketball, but also to try to fulfill that dream that his dad had, especially on the heels of his dad passing so tragically.
Pippen knocks it loose.
With this blend of length and athleticism, Scottie Pippen was always a fantastic shot blocker.
And again, no good by Chicago.
From out there, guys, Scottie was never really the best shooter in the world. Less than 33% from three-point range all time.
Well, this is more or less a home game for Gil. He didn't grow up too far from Chicago, right down the road in Olympia Fields.
Here's Bowes. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Here's Bowes. They swipe it.
Boy, that's a wonderful read and react play to pick that pass off.
From deep, Jordan. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Morning's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They've really had the upper hand in rebounding all game long. If the game stays this close, rebounding could play a big part in the end.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a big advantage for them here, and they've certainly needed it.
Some aerial skills by Jordan on the double clutch.
Great feed there from Scottie. He was really the primary ball handler for the Bulls in that triangle offense. Well, at 5'3", Muggsy, still the shortest guy ever to play in the NBA, but he made up for it with speed, toughness, and strength. He was just an incredible defensive player.
And that he was, Steve. I mean, tough as they come. He was raised in inner-city Baltimore and actually got the nickname Muggsy because of his physical style growing up. He was trying to mug guys out there on the court.
Well, Jordan had so many ways he could score on you. The most versatile offensive player I've ever seen. Powerful, fast, graceful, and incredibly skilled.
Bill Purdue's checked in for the Bulls. Paxson comes in for Armstrong. He can't complete the three-point play.
Jordan having a terrific game. He's got 26 points, and he's had a steal in there, too.
Well, the defense has really been the key to this game, and he's setting the tone.
The Hornets trail. Here's Morning. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Pippen's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
That's flat out embarrassing.
Got a piece of it. And here are the Bulls now. They lead by 1. Jams it with authority.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
That's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
That is, and that will lift the whole team up.
Here's Bowes. 1:41 left to play in the third.
I got to give it up to Muggsy. I mean, standing as small as he did, he just was so effective out there and a great defensive player.
you know what? Even as a bigger guy myself, you've got to have tremendous respect for Muggsy. I mean, he was so strong for his size that his height almost was an afterthought.
Here's Bogues. He's picked up by Pippen. Grant gets called for the reach, and that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Bogues. It's a three-point game. Johnson outside. From 17 feet out. Mourning's shot is good. Mourning's got 8 points. Chicago leading. 13 feet out. Another one falls for Chicago.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Pass to Gill. Over Paxson. Gill misses.
And Jordan was no slouch as a rebounder. I mean, over 6 per game was his career average. And Will Perdue later on traded away to the Spurs for Dennis Rodman. I think that was a pretty nice transaction for the Bulls, don't you think?
It was a great pickup. Rodman came in and really ignited that second three-peat for the Bulls. The one thing that was missing from that team was somebody who could rebound the ball. So Rodman was the ideal fit. And Perdue traded down to San Antonio. That turned out to be an excellent deal for Chicago.
Bogues the pass to Johnson. Up with it. And he lays it straight in. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Muggsy was always so adept at finding those gaps in the defense, spreading the ball around. He's one of the NBA's top 20 all-time assist leaders. Another fast break hoop. They're just outrunning their opponent here.
You know what, Steve? I think the defense has left themselves vulnerable, and they're learning the hard way that speed definitely kills.
Working on Grant. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Bogues. Bogues has got 4 assists now tonight. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
That's one thing to get to the rim.